So we were talking about an experience that I had on Ambien and how it allowed me to actually dive into my dreams. And
my experience.
all right, you were talking about your experience, but I was agreeing that I've had an experience just like that before. All right, so I was on Ambien before, and it allowed me to go to sleep, go and then wake up and go get a drink, and then fall right back to sleep and go right back into the same exact dream. And she is telling me that she can now. She's taking Chantix to stop smoking. Now she's trying to tell me that she could start, like when she wakes up in the morning from her dream, she could go out through the whole day and then go to sleep and end up in the same exact dream right where she left off, which is insane.
And remember, the whole entire day is if in my dream is the real life, but real life was the dream. Does that make sense?
No.
So I left off. I go into my dream.
Yeah.
Right where I left off. But in my dream, I can remember like everything that happened throughout that day in real life before I fell asleep.
Yeah, so you're aware that you're sleeping.
Yes.
You're aware that you're in a dream and you're not in reality.
Yes.
Yeah, and I went through this.
Sometimes I'll forget
though,
and then we'll get kooky, and then...
What, and you'll confuse the difference, the realities?
Not like when I'm awake, when I'm in the dream sometimes, like I'll actually think it's real life, and that...
Maybe...
It's real life and that it's just really creepy, freaky, and...
Oh, like you're never going to wake up?
Yeah.
Well, are those only in the bad dreams or the good dreams?
They all get really weird towards the end.
What?
They're not like bad, like scary, weird. They're like real life, but I don't know how
different.
to explain it.
Yeah, but see, when you're in a dream though, you could like do things that aren't normal. You kind of, at least me, I haven't dreamed in a while, but when I dream, I feel like I'm out of my body. I don't look at it like I'm in my body. I view the world like I'm looking down at myself. But when I was on that, it allowed me to view it through my own eyes.
That's how all my dreams are every night, even without the changes. It's just they're more intense now with medicine.
And it's like you're looking through your own eyes. It ain't like you're looking down on yourself.
Yeah.
Really?
But even without the medicine, it's like that.
Huh.
I saw myself one time. This is a total different dream that actually came true. I saw myself for the first time by someone taking a picture of me in the dream, and I was a man in camouflage. But that was a whole different dream, and it's funny because it was I was pulling my son or child out of water. I don't know, and it was really vivid. It was real. And then I told my father about it, and the next day, like he told me that the day before, the baby had fallen in water. And then when I said that, I took a picture of myself, or someone took a picture of me, and I looked at it, and I was in camouflage. That he was actually wearing camouflage that day. And the whole story I explained was exactly what happened with him and Levi.
You know what freaked me out really bad is, remember the time I told you about the dream? I think I wasn't on any sleeping pills, and I just had this dream, but I had a dream that I was that Chinese woman. I told you about this. All right, so I went to sleep, and I opened my eyes, and I saw that Chinese girl standing at the end of the bed, and she was dead.
You told me that.
Yeah, all right.
Not that you were her.
Her face was all blue, and she had like the kids' hair, so she like coming down from her eyes, and her eyes were completely black. There was no eyeballs; it was all black. And then all of a sudden, I flashed into her, and I was on a train. And I didn't know at the time I was in her. I was just on a train. It was like I moved to the next dream. You know, you could jump to different dreams. So I was in a train, and I was looking at this guy next to me, and we were driving the train, and we were going through like mountains of snow. It looked like Maine or something. And then we ended up in a hotel. We went into the room, and I remember him talking to me and saying he was gonna get in the shower. And then I was like, all right. It was a long time ago this happened, at least 10 years ago, so I don't remember it 100%. But then I walked up and I looked in the mirror, and I saw that I was that Chinese girl. So I literally looked in the mirror and saw that I was a pretty Chinese girl in underwear, in like a thong. It was so weird. It was so
in
weird.
most dreams, you don't
And
even
then
see reflection, too.
yeah, it was in a mirror, and so it was so weird. And then I walked out onto the balcony, and I was looking out, and it was over a river, and all of a sudden the balcony collapsed and fell over, and I fell in the water under the ice, and I couldn't get up, and I was like drowning, and then I woke up, and it was almost like it was so weird. It was like that girl showed me how she died. It was so strange, and I don't even.
Okie dokie.
I don't know. I don't know what that means. It could just be nothing, but it could
My
just,
dreams, yesterday's was like creepy. It was really creepy. Just because I literally did. Because it started getting, it was so real that I actually thought.